Hi everyone, welcome to the KICK programme. So those of you that have signed up for KICK and have been lucky enough to get on the programme, this is your preparatory video to prepare for Monday, to get going on the programme properly for Monday. So the start date is Monday the 14th of September. On Monday you will receive the first official video and the manual that will tell you everything you need to do in the first 2 weeks of the course. So that's what happens on Monday. Before then, you kind of need to do a few things to get yourself ready for Monday. First thing, enjoy this weekend coming. The ones to come, it's not that you're not going to enjoy, but really enjoy this one. Kind of goes in nicely with the next point. Get rid of all the naughties in the house. So whether you eat all the naughties, drink all the naughties, or chuck out all the naughties, get rid of anything that's going to be tempting for you over the next 2 to 6 weeks, depending which programme you're doing. If you have kids and you've got like the kids snack cupboard, put that cupboard out of your mind, put it in a locked cupboard, one that you just don't go in. So just try and get anywhere else, out of sight, out of mind. So enjoy this quick weekend, get rid of all the temptation things, and then we can start to move on to the plan starting Monday. Something you need to know about the food so you can sort of get yourself prepared this weekend. You're going to be eating like you would do on what we call our forever phase or our life phase foods. Now during that period of time, the life phase or the forever phase, we do allow one cheat meal a week on a Friday or a Saturday night, just to kind of keep you interested but keep you on track. During the 6 weeks, there are no cheat meals. If you're doing the 2 weeks, obviously no cheat meals over the 2 weeks. If you're doing the 6 weeks, no cheat meals at all over those 6 weeks. The second thing to note, the forever phase does allow grain, it allows rice. For the first 2 weeks, while we're sorting out digestion, we're going to say no to rice, rye and spelt. Quinoa is okay, but no to rice, rye and spelt. The other thing we allow in our forever phase is a bit of dairy here and there if your body can cope with it. So things like goat's cheese we say is fine every now and again. We're going to say no to all dairy for the first 2 weeks. People often ask me if eggs are okay. They're not actually classed as a dairy, but eggs are fine. And butter is okay as well. You won't be using much butter anyway because there's no bread allowed, obviously. But we do allow butter to cook with because it's a really good fat and a stable fat when you're using heat. Preferably coconut oil, but if you've not got coconut oil or you don't want anything to taste of coconut, butter is okay to cook with. And then finally, no to potatoes. Normal potatoes and sweet potatoes. We're just saying no to potatoes for those first 2 weeks. So that's the food thing really. So if you can sort of get your fridge full of all the stuff you can eat, the manual that you're going to get will have our list of live foods, but just remember the no's and the yeses on this list here. So that's the food. And then the tools that you'll need for phase 1 just to help sort out digestion. I'm going to tell you a bit more about why and how you're going to use these are. We've got Pro B11, that's a probiotic supplement, which we'll tell you more about on Monday. We're going to start to talk about and experiment with fermented foods. One that we find quite easy to get going with is sauerkraut. Very hard to spell, very easy to eat. And then finally, you get yourself some apple cider vinegar. This is brilliant. I have this in my store cupboard anyway, and it's quite nice to add to salad dressings. It's a very alkaline kind of vinegar that you can add to your food, your dressings, to cook with, that kind of thing. So get that as well. All of these we sell upstairs in the food box, and just get that in your pantry before Monday if you can. So they're the points to note for your prep for KICK. Next week I'm halfway through preparing all the juices for next week. We need to know, we've not got the capacity to store all the juices on site, so at the minute they're spread all over the fridges and freezers in Derbyshire. So we need to know from you next week, we need to arrange a time for you to pick up your juices. 5 days into the first week, 5 days onwards, you will start the 3-day juice cleanse. If you're someone who has a very passionate relationship with sugar or processed meats, or dairy or alcohol or caffeine, it might be wise for you to start 2 weeks into your plan. If you're someone who's relatively healthy, you're just getting back into it, as long as you have 5 clean days, that's when you'd start your juices on the 6th day. But I'll explain more about that on Monday. So arrange a time next week for you to pick your juice pack up. If you give us a couple of options as well, then we can work with you all. Ideally you need them before next Saturday. That's the ideal, but if we can arrange that, that'd be great. So that's everything. If you've got any questions, just try and corner me, but hopefully I've covered everything there is to know before we get started on Monday. So good luck.